Welcome to the Pump and Dump channel for another weekly update on the usual suspects. I'm going to start off first with natural gas. So Monday and Tuesday it rebounded like I had thought it would after this big sell-off on Friday, which I thought was unwarranted. Then Wednesday, Thursday and Friday it came back down to 233, and that's kind of where we're at for now. So going forward, what to expect, up or down, is usually the question, but I think we go sideways and then eventually we make our way to break to the upside. Of course, possibly we can also go to the downside, but I think we go to the upside. Now, the reason, of course, for thinking that we go sideways next week is based upon some pseudoscience and some technical analysis that's worked in the past for me here in the natural gas space. If I take this high in September, this 250 to 270 range, let's say, and I take the length of this interval and apply it to the bottom down here, it gives me about a ratio of 1 to 2. And if I then apply this to the recent high in November, a 1 week period, extrapolate that down here, I should get 2 weeks of a down, a down low moving price, let's call it, for another week. So then the next point is the triangle here that worked last time, the 75% towards the inflection point. Moving towards there, it was around the 28th or 29th or maybe 30th, I can't remember, that I had set for when we would break to the upside or downside, and we did break to the upside. And therefore I would think as well, somewhere around, like if we take from the recent lows here to here, then that would take us somewhere to Christmas, and then we'd break to the upside or to the downside. So that is kind of my thinking on natural gas, sideways next week, and then the week after we'll start moving slowly up and then breaking out. The stocks, however, are reflecting an opinion that we will go down eventually, and that's of course possible too. The way to think about it, looking at Range Resources, is that the bears on Monday and Tuesday, they were selling the stock even though the natural gas price was rebounding. And I think the way to think about the reasoning for them was that they're selling the stock on the rebound in natural gas when the strength there, and then when the natural gas price will move down eventually or revert to the mean, they will be able to cover at lower levels. But that didn't happen. We didn't break the recent low, the 52-week low. We held above that and then we moved higher, and that's kind of where we are at now. The stock had moved up Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. A similar story in CNX Resources, where we had moved down Monday to Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday we rebounded, kind of inversely to what the natural gas price did. And one way to think of it is that the stock just, the price to value differential was just expanding Monday and Tuesday, meaning the stock was becoming more cheap or less risky in terms of the price paid. Or you could also think of it as the market anticipating a down move that has not yet happened. And when the market anticipates something that has not yet happened and it's priced in, that gives you kind of a margin of safety, an additional margin of safety. And therefore I think that at this price point here, 330, there were no more sellers, no more shorts willing to pile on big amounts to get the price down. And there was no capitulation, because I think the people who already capitulated, they did that last month in November, probably in tax loss selling season as they call it. So after that, I think this rally here is just smart money buying and shorts covering, and that's that's kind of how I see it. The same for CNX Resources. The differential between, of course, the price and the value here is even more extreme than with Range Resources. And therefore I think that ultimately next week these stocks have got to go up. There is an argument though to be made with Range Resources to say that on the swing traders point of view, we have 390 here as a resistance, and down here 330 as a support, so in a kind of a range, a channel. And if the natural gas price goes sideways, maybe the bears can push it back down one more time, and then ultimately we will see whether it starts moving higher or not. So that's the thinking that I have for these three things. Going to leave it with that for this week. Not going to talk about anything else. just going to say that always remember, this is not investment advice, recommendations for you to buy or not to buy. If you have any questions, comments or opinions, you can leave them in the comments section, and if you like this content, don't forget to subscribe and have a good day.